Join your hosts Dan and Drew as we light up Ozgners and raise a kilt lifter. Cheers to the greatest game that never ends. From the mound to the playground, with every smoky draw and amber sip, here's to the dads still knocking life out of the park. And here's to converting those unexpected sprinkler-soaked curveballs into lessons that mold champions, on the field and off.
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Did we just become best friends? Yep! Are you not entertained?
Hey everybody, welcome to the official second episode of Stogies and Strollers. As you can tell, we got a little bit of an upgrade.
Definitely needed, especially after the tornado that we were in the other day.
We recreated the movie Twisters, so we had to step up our game a little bit. We're at Sunset Cigars out here in Henderson. Shout out to my main boss man, Tommy. Hooked us up out here, so now we got our own studio and everything. And
Sure, it's going to be great, and finally get to relax after a long week once again, and catch up a little bit after. I don't know about you, but this week was one of those weeks you always think about and are ready for it to end on Friday. So
that's why this makes this cigar so much sweeter. So we are smoking. You want to pronounce that?
Ozgner Family Cigars.
So they're Nicaraguan.
Nicaraguan.
Be careful of that one.
Oh man.
Rich, medium-bodied cigar offers a blend of earthy flavors with a touch of spice and creamy sweetness. What were your first impressions? You were just telling me this is a good cigar.
It's a great cigar, smooth. It has a great draw on it as well. So it's one of those. It's a shorter cigar, shorter smoke, but it's going to be perfect for today's episode.
Yeah, and I think, when we first made that V cut on it, and you kind of put it in your mouth and you kind of sucked it up, like you could actually feel the air coming.
Yeah, you can feel the air. That's that draw. That true draw all the way
draw. Yeah.
There.
So I'm kind of a fan. I don't typically do it, but it's like that little rectangle.
Yeah.
Little setup. So it's a nice, easy cigar. That's a great one to start off the official fancy
episode.
New setup. So I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good episode today. So we got all the ex-baseball stuff and parenting, and I think we're going to just jump right into it. First things first, though, we got to talk about the beer that we're drinking.
Yes.
So beer drinking is Four Peaks Kilt Lifter. It's an Arizona-based brewery. This was their flagship beer. It started out in 1995, and it's an amber ale. It's great drinking, smooth. One of my favorite beers to really sit down and drink with at any point. Doesn't matter time, day. I'll have a Kilt Lifter at any time.
Yeah, I'm typically not an amber fan, but we're gonna have cigars tonight, and I'm thinking, I don't want like a little light cigar, or I don't want a light little beer. I want something that's like
A little bit heavier, a little bit hearty,
but not like a hazy or something, because that makes my tummy not feel good. So,
you know what? I'm just gonna let that one go for now. Say it's early, so.
I haven't even had a beer yet. Remember, we're not supposed to judge, okay? And I just wanted something that's like, I don't know, it's just like punch you in the mouth, but not too.
Punch you in the mouth, but not knock you out, knock your socks off. It's
a little slap and tickle.
a little, sure, yeah. Let's go with that one. A little slap and tickle, whatever that might be for you. But yeah, we're good. We're ready to go here.
Yeah. So we got baseball on right now, so we're watching baseball. We'll talk about how you and baseball, but let me do my very short history of baseball. I know you got a much longer one. I did the whole T-ball thing, and I played all the way up until I think it was 12. And then I was like pitcher, catcher, but my pitching, I threw fast, and I must have beamed like 7 kids in 3 games. So
you had no accuracy.
that's it. I had the heat,
right.
but no accuracy.
That depends.
Yeah, and I stopped playing because I'm a righty.
Yeah.
And I'm blind in this eye, so I I mean, pitchers were having a field day with me. Like, once they started throwing curves, I'm like, I can't do this.
Well, that's why you got to learn how to switch hit. Come on now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, that's my.
That's your history of baseball.
That's mine. You want to? I mean, yeah. I mean, when did you first pick up a baseball bat?
Oh, I mean, I remember doing t-ball and coach's pitch and all that. My parents always told me, it was like, we always knew there was going to be something special because he picked up a baseball when he was like 2 and threw an actual ball hard.
A hard ball,
ended it the right way.
Yeah.
I had a great motion with it. So, I mean, that was a start for me. And I kept going. I did
Were you
baseball.
always a pitcher?
No, I was a first base catcher for the longest time.
Okay.
And
It's
so,
just because you're a big guy, they were just like,
yeah, big guy, able to be semi-nimble over at first base and flexible when it came to picking the ball and receiving the ball from the infield. But it wasn't until I really got to high school where I started picking up pitching a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'd always wanted to pitch and always done pitching lessons and like worked on it in the side, but never really focused on it. And then came into high school, and all of a sudden, now I'm able to throw low. In my freshman year, I was throwing upper 80s and getting close to that 90-mile-an-hour mark, and then got pulled up to varsity as a freshman, and then just kind of never left. So I was a 4-year varsity starter for baseball, and then had the opportunity to go play at the next level in college, and was very thankful that I got the chance to go play at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, University of Notre Dame, that's every child, like Catholic child's dream to go there.
Yeah.
And coming from a Catholic high school, that was the next step. And
Well, I mean, Rudy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like Rudy, that was my dream. And that was everything right there.
So before you even got to Notre Dame, you never really visited there. You just saw, I mean, I'm sure you did visitation.
So my process with Notre Dame and recruiting was much different than any others. So I actually went to Notre Dame's campus, stopped by the baseball office in the middle of summer. No one was there. Dropped off a letter for the coach. Didn't hear anything back. And then they came out to Tucson and ended up watching me pitch for 30 pitches the first week of school my senior year.
So
I was in the middle of baseball mode, football mode.
Did they know that you were, or did you know that they were there watching you?
Yeah.
So
it was nerve-wracking and terrifying all at the same time. But the best part about it, I've started throwing my bullpen. The sprinkler system came on for the entire field.
Yeah.
And I'm getting squirted in the face during my bullpen.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to keep going with that. And they kind of made a joke afterwards, like, the reason we signed you is because you were able to pitch through that adversity.
Yeah.
Like, you were able to good to go.
That adversity.
Yeah. But, I mean.
Then you slipped the janitor $5 for turning on those sprinklers. Make it a little bit harder.
It was 10. Let's be honest. It was $10. It wasn't 5. But, yeah, and so I had that great opportunity, and I got drafted out of high school by the Red Sox. Ended up going and playing at Notre Dame instead, and kind of did it the school route first, and looked at it, was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get the chance to have a true college experience like Notre Dame was. And
I mean, looking back now, you're obviously happy that you took that route.
I mean, absolutely, yeah. You always have to think that there's another avenue, another whatever it might be after baseball. And so that was my big thing. So I was able to get my degree from Notre Dame, and then I ended up playing in the Giants organization and making it to the big leagues with the Giants. And, I mean, the rest is kind of history.
What were the teams that you played with when you were with the Giants? Like
all the minor league teams?
Yeah, the minor league team names.
Oh, geez. Let's see.
Because I got a couple of your cards, and I remember one of the names because I got them for the boys. But what was one of the team names that you played for?
So we had the Salem Kaiser Volcanoes, which was our low A short season affiliate.
Okay.
Low A was in Augusta, Georgia, so we had the Augusta Green Jackets. Then we had high A in San Jose, California with the San Jose Giants. Then Double A was Richmond, Virginia,
Yeah.
with the Richmond Flying Squirrels.
That was it.
And then we had the Sacramento River Cats
River Cat.
for Triple A, and
Nice.
then the big boys was the Giants.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Did you ever get to go to? Did you get the call to go up to the big house, or what do they call it?
I did. Yeah, so I got the call to go up to the big leagues in 2017.
How was that?
Every kid's dream.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wasn't up for very long, but it's. I mean, I still look at it today, and it's an incredible experience, and being able to get on the mound in PNC Park, and you're looking up and you're like, oh dang, yeah, there's people on the top shelf that are really watching me right now.
That are
and
here
it's
for
this game.
yeah.
And it was an incredible experience, and one that I will always remember.
I mean, how nervous were you? Like your anxiety level must have been through the roof. I mean, you pitched in national championship, World Series, Notre Dame, right?
So we never made it to the College World Series.
Okay.
But like I pitched in high pressure situations, like I was a closer, and that was what I did. So it was one where walking onto that field and walking into the game that day was, I mean, your legs are shaking a little bit, your heart's racing, and I remember the only thing that I was thinking was, don't let the first pitch be a home run. Don't let the first pitch be a home run.
Yeah.
And I think I threw it about 3 feet outside and about 4 feet high, making sure that no one was going to hit it. I was like, okay, now we're okay. We can actually start to pitch.
Yeah.
But
I'm
it's
gonna throw it and nobody's gonna hit it.
yeah. But I mean, once you get out those initial nerves and you start to figure it out, then it's, hey, you're just playing baseball.
Yeah.
And that's the best part is you're playing a child's game, and you have to think about it as that. It's a game that our boys are playing now, and I mean, they have a blast with it every single day.
Yeah.
So why would it be any different when you're doing that compared to now?
Well, do you feel like you've ever hit that level of nerves or anxiety before? Like since then? That's probably the highest level of anxiety.
I mean, other than when my first son was born.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing that I can kind of equate to it, where it's like, yeah, this is the most nervous, the most anxious, the most like heart pounding adrenaline that I've ever felt. Like that was it.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's hard to compare it, but that's probably the closest thing that I would say it is. And even then, I would probably take the birth of my son over that every day.
Well, obviously you would take it, but I'm sure there's so much more pressure. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, once you get past the fact, like it's just a game, like when you're having your first child, like that's not a game.
That's real world. That's every day. That's 18
life.
plus years of
just everything. Like it's like rewinding a blockbuster video. It's like you rewind it or you fast forward it. You thinking, okay, he's going to do this, he's going to do this, he's going to do it. Your anxiety is just kicking up. And then when he gets there, or you finally hold him, you're just like, this is nice. Or it's like,
it's nice, but then it's also, oh shit. Like that's a whole other thing that you got to think about. Is like, especially as dads now, you have so much more responsibility. You have everything that's now weighted on your shoulders. And this little innocent life is everything that you have, and it changes your entire perspective.
Yeah. I mean, it's the greatest job in the world.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is.
It's like, I often think it's like, how do people do this?
My question is, how do people not?
Because not?
Yeah, because it's the most rewarding. It's the most tiresome, but it's also the most rewarding thing that you have.
Okay, when I say how do people do it, I don't mean why do people do it. I get, but yeah, that I don't understand why you want to have kids. That too. It's like, if I didn't have children, or if I weren't a dad, it's like, what else would I do?
I'd have a lot more money in the bank. That's for sure.
I would have black, and you're starting to get gray too. I would have black in all black.
There's a few in there.
There's a few in there.
I'm also a couple years younger than you are.
Yeah, I know. Respect your elders. The older pitchers are hurt right now. A lot. Like I was watching this or listening to a stat, and all right, let's get back into podcast mode. Yeah, and I think
Please add that. Whatever it was, please add that.
I will. So, I think if you learn one thing from this podcast is that you can use your ring to open a beer. I just learned that about 30 minutes ago. Let me see if I can do it. That is super cool. Thank you, honey. Oh yeah, I get to do it again.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so we were talking about the jobs of a parenthood and kind of like that. You get like those. You get those.
Summer, I'm sorry.
Like what you did. There you go. You kind of get like those flashbacks or like the flash forwards of like what your life's going to be.
Yeah.
And mine's always been like sports.
Yeah.
It's like take the boys to football. I remember in the hospital room holding him. I was like thinking of all the football and all the baseball. And, our boys are just starting baseball. And, I mean, we coached baseball.
Yeah, we did. We coached baseball this year, which was fun.
So much fun.
Interesting.
Why do you say interesting?
Because our kids are 4 years old and don't listen to us, and then they only listen to another coach.
Yeah, which your oldest has gotten comfortable enough to where he thinks I'm his friend and won't listen to me anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think he doesn't really listen to anyone right now. But I think that's just also his age and kind of his defiance on what he wants to do or really
doesn't want to do.
Yeah, not do. So it's always fun when you're in the outfield and you're telling hey, buddy, come here over here. You need to ready position, be ready for this one. And then he just turns around and sits down and starts playing with the dandelion that's in the grass.
I'm telling you, like, I will, and I know, for me, like growing up, I'm always going to remember the C-ball games and stuff like that. But I mean, me as a dad being out there on the field with all those kids and my son, and obviously yours, that's a memory that is much higher in my
it's
lexicon than actually playing T-ball.
Those are the moments that you live for. Those are the ones that are ingrained in your memory. Those are the ones that when you're 85 years old, those are the ones that you're going to think about. Like, we have pictures, like my wife's taking pictures of both my sons playing baseball in their uniform, and then I'm there, and it's just, those are the things that I'll remember always.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love it.
I mean, that's like the highlights of that's like the perks of being a dad, is you get to go out and do the baseball stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you get to do the sports stuff. It's not just baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, our kids started flag football this past week.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if I would even consider it football, or more just, we're going to run them for an hour and get them exhausted.
Yeah, it's almost like rugby. It's just like nonstop.
Yeah.
You run from here to here. Okay, nobody tackle. Okay, now you get to run from here to here.
Exactly.
And
that's exactly
what tired right before bed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just so much fun, and like being there to coach like some of these other kids and like seeing how they're interacting and like just like their personalities, you can start to learn like, I've always wanted to be a coach, and I've always wanted to be a coach for my kids growing up, and like just to like do that even on such a small scale with T-ball, it's so cool.
I mean, I think you look at it, and we also do it on a daily basis. Not only coaching sports, but you coach in life. Like, you're raising the kids that you want them to be.
Yeah.
And you're molding them, you're forming them, and you're creating the best image of yourself for them.
Yeah.
And so I think no matter what you do when it comes to sports or athletics or being just a dad, like those are the greatest gifts that you have.
Yeah.
And you always want to be there more often. And I think we're going to talk about it in a different episode, but that work-life balance. And
you'll have like a really bad week.
Yeah.
But then you show up to like T-ball, and I don't know what it is.
Everything goes away.
Yeah.
It turns from
like all the bills you have to pay, all all this work, all this stuff. It's just like it's one of those times where like I'll play with the kids.
Yeah.
And like, but in the back of my mind, I'm always like, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And I try to stay as present as possible.
Yes.
But when you're in there, like doing the sports, it's so simplified. It's just like, that's all you focus on.
That is, and that's all you focus on. And it's the smile on their face.
Yeah.
That's the part that gets you and makes everything that much better. So,
Well, even like the other kids too.
Mhm.
Like just seeing their personalities and like seeing like your kid's personality, mine, and then you know, hers over here and his over here. Like they're so diverse and so different. It's very interesting.
It's interesting to see, and then becoming not only role models for your kids, but for those other kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, you never know, like,
even at a T-ball level, you have to have some form of responsibility.
You have some form of responsibility, but you also have that role model mentality.
Yeah.
And like, I remember coaches that I had when I was younger, like those were some of the best coaches because they were dads, they were parents, they were working, they weren't professional coaches.
No.
But they were out there for love of the kids, love of the sport, love of the game.
Yeah.
And that was the best part.
Yeah. I mean, I cannot wait to do more of that. So, I mean, every single day I come home, it's, I want to play baseball. And so we got him. So if you're starting to kind of throw, I think I turned you on to these, but they're called core baseballs. I hope I get a sponsorship out of this, and this is why I'm saying it. They're not like foam softballs, but they're like stitched.
They're stitched softballs, but they're softer than like the.
But they feel leathery, and they feel not
like
so
baseball.
light. Yeah, and so that I've been using that a lot because I mean, he'll be in the back. He wants me to start pitching now. It's not on the tee ball anymore. It's I have or the tee. I have to start pitching him now. And so, and then he starts faster. And so I switched to the soft ones, and now I'm just throwing gas on it because I'm not worried about hitting them because it's not so hard. If I hit him with those, it's like, whatever. It's like soft. But, I mean.
Pumping him up. Come on. Hit him with a good one.
But just to see his confidence level, and I think that sports and baseball is like a key.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, you see his confidence pick up, and just he's starting to be really, really passionate about it.
Yeah.
Almost obsessive.
Yes. Well, I mean, I think I have a lot of people that come up to me and ask is like, you've made it so far with baseball and you've been through the highs and through the lows. Would you want your son to do it?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. I like the lessons that I've learned through athletics, and I'm not just saying baseball, I'm saying athletics, are attributes and ideals that I take into my job now on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And like working in the medical field, it's a grind. Like I'm up at 5, out the door by 6:15.
Yeah.
And I work all day.
Yeah.
And so
that's like 2 days.
Right. It's exactly that. It's 2 days. It's being, hey, you can't stop right now. You have to finish what you're doing.
Just shut your brain off and just keep going.
I can't really shut bad phrasing right there, but yes.
You kind of just have to get locked in. Like, you don't care how tired your body is,
yes,
or how tired you are, or whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
In sports, it's like you just have to focus on your duty, your job.
Yep.
I need to strike this guy out. I need to.
You focus on that one goal and you go for it.
You can't let my team down.
No, you can't. Not at all.
So yeah,
and that's how it always is now.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll kind of talk a little bit, but our boys got to do their first major league baseball game.
They did.
Which your boys are obsessed with the Yankees. And I never thought I would have to have an obsessed Yankees fan in my house. You're good. As long as you didn't get in, you're good. I got in. Yeah, so my son is obsessed with the Yankees every single day.
Yep. That's right.
Dad, Yankees. What they score? Dad, Yankees. So I have you to thank for that. But I mean, I didn't get to hang out with mine because my youngest was going nuts. So I went to like the quiet room. Yeah. But even like the time that I was there with him, he was like, we went to Angel Stadium to go watch the Yankees, which felt like a Yankees game.
It really did. I mean, when you have "Let's Go Yankees" cheering in a opposing team, I mean, that's almost a home game right there. But
it really was.
Yeah,
it
was
honestly
awesome.
It was awesome. It was so awesome just to see him. He was getting in. Let's go Yankees.
Yeah,
he's obsessed with the Yankees, dude. So he's now asking me for. He knows the players' names. He knows. It's just insane, like how obsessive he gets about it. I'm happy for him, but it's like, does it have to be the Yankees? But I've grown on them, so it's I'll allow it. But
yeah, I mean, I think when you start to see the mentality that your kids have, and I mean, I remember watching my oldest son when we were at that game, and he's with his uncle, or who we call his uncle.
Yeah.
And they're singing the 7th inning stretch. And they're singing all, like, "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Like, those are the memories. And, like, I have a video of it on my phone now.
Those are core memories, dude.
But those are the things that, like, for him, now he knows, hey, baseball, that's what it is. That's what I get to do, and that's what I get to see. And I get to see all these different people, and I got a bat from my favorite player, and I got all this stuff. And now, I mean, he sleeps with the bat every single night. Like, that's what he does. And so it's awesome for him to have that mentality and have that attitude. And now he wants to go out. He wants to, hey, Daddy, let's go swing. Let's go hit. Let's go play. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I couldn't imagine it any other way.
I mean, it's every single day I come home. Dad, I want to play. Dad, I want to play. Dad, I want to play.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, I'd love to see, like, it's nice to see, like, him, like, actually care about something. Like, he truly loves it. It's like, now it's almost like his first passion.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
you would
beware. Beware, because that was my first passion. So that was my thing where I think I was the baseball player, like 4 out of 6 Halloweens back to back to back.
Yeah.
And, like, that was all I ever wanted. That's all I ever did.
Yeah. That's what he told. So it's almost like a sad kind of time, because I'll tell you why. Because my oldest, he's 5. His room is all Disney cars. Oh. Now he wants sports. He wants freaking Yankees wallpaper. And what he wants to be for Halloween is a Yankees player. And I'm like, what happened here? How did they, again, whatever.
It's the switch.
I know.
It happens.
I mean, he picked a good team. I get it. He's not a little kid anymore.
No.
He's past that stage of, like.
He's past that stage. He's no longer the little kid. He's no longer daddy's little boy or mommy's little boy that watches Cars on a daily basis. Now it's, hey, I don't watch Sports Center. I want to watch the Yankees. I want to watch. I mean, that's what I remember. I did that when I was going to school.
Yeah.
I would wake up in the morning, catch the top 10 from last night. Because you know what? Hey, I got to do my homework. I got to do my schoolwork first, and then I can do baseball. Then I can do everything else. But I'm going to watch the top 10. Yeah. I'm going to watch the highlights from the night before, and I'm going to go to school.
Yeah, it's really cool to kind of see that play out, because, go back to, when you first are holding your baby in the hospital, you have all these things kind of click through, or like fast forward what you think life is going to be, and then it's like it's starting to happen now.
It's so different,
and so you kind of like take that for your youngers, your younger ones. You try to like compartmentalize everything and remember like.
So now I have to deal with it a little bit differently though, because now that I have a girl, I don't know what I'm going to be expecting. Is it going to be Barbies and tutus, or is she going to be wanting to sit down and watch baseball with Daddy at the end of the day?
That would be easy.
I mean, whatever. We'll see.
I would love to see you at a little tea party, but knowing your wife and knowing you, I feel like knowing your 2 boys, she's going to be tough.
She's going to be tough, and she's going to be ruling the household.
Yeah.
Like, I know that much. So, but we'll see. She's only 8 months old right now, so we still got a little bit of time.
I'm just waiting for the day where you have to dress up as a princess and have a tea party.
Hey, I will pull off a skirt. I know that much.
I'm Mrs. Nesbit. Do you see the hat?
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. All right, so we doing this?
Yeah,
Let's do this.
let's do this. So we are going to do these every episode. We'll do like a little draft or so. Any topics you guys have, let us know. But I think we're going to do the best. It doesn't have to be the best. I guess
It's like our top
favorite.
5.
Our top 5 baseball players from 1990 to the 2010s.
All right. We're gonna start.
Did we decide who's going first? You go first, and then we'll switch next episode.
All right.
I'll go first.
Ooh. Okay. So I'll do my top 5, and I was a pitcher.
It's a draft, so you pick one, and then I pick.
Oh, that's how we're doing this.
Yes.
All right.
So I can steal your guys.
I got my first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I'm gonna go Mariano Rivera.
Okay.
Got to go with the Yankee, one of the best closers of all time. I mean, that cutter.
Okay, my first overall pick. One of the best catchers ever, I would think. I believe he's Italian. Mike Piazza.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
That was my go-to guy.
That's a good going.
Yeah,
that's a good.
New York Mets, LA Dodgers.
All right. I'm gonna go. This won't be a pitcher now.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit different.
Shaking it up a little bit.
Shaking it up. Cal Ripken Jr.
Okay.
The Iron Man himself.
Yeah. Did you hear about? You've heard the rumors about. Never mind. We'll go. That'll be another episode.
Oh God.
That's a conspiracy episode. All right, Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken. I'll go Cal Ripken.
Okay. I am going to go with the most scariest batter or person you can see walk up to a plate ever, Mr. Barry Bonds.
Okay.
He wasn't on steroids, Dan. Relax.
I don't know if I would. I can think of other guys that would.
You got 3 more guys left.
I got 3 more. All right. I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm stealing this one from your backyard. Tony Gwynn, legendary Padre.
Okay.
Just could hit the ball anywhere in the park.
Was he? What position did he play?
Outfield.
Okay, and he was like a smaller build guy.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Smaller.
I mean, he wasn't on boards.
No.
Okay. I should bring that back. With the 3rd overall pick, I am going to go with the pitcher. I remember watching him in the World Series in the 7th grade. They pretty much shut down our whole middle school, and they rolled out, like the TVs.
Yeah.
Remember those TVs that were like this thick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they rolled that out. They turned on the World Series or the World Series parade. The top of that World Series parade was Mr. Troy Percival.
Oh, Percival.
All right. Do you know who that is? No.
All right, so I got 2 more now. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going back to my pitchers now.
Okay.
The Professor, Greg Maddux.
Okay.
Some of the best stories that I've heard from Greg Maddux. He called the entire game. The catcher never called the game. He called the entire game from the pitcher's mound. And all about how he caught the ball back from the catcher.
Well, how does a catcher do that? If he doesn't know what's coming, is he just like...
No, it was a premeditated, if I catch the ball this way, it means fastball. If I catch the ball this way, it means fastball. If I turn this way, it means inside. If I turn this way, it means outside.
Okay.
He's the guy that taught, or that I heard, if you have one pitch and you're able to hit all 9 squares in the strike zone, you no longer have one pitch. You have 9 pitches. So if you're able to do that with all 3 of your pitches, now you have what? 27?
Yeah.
Now you have 27 different pitches that you can throw.
That's math right there.
I can do this.
That's Atlanta Braves, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good pick. I got 2 more, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with, I got to go with the kid, Ken Griffey Jr.
All right. I'll give you that one. I mean,
yeah.
He's a legend as it is.
Yeah. Yep. And we can talk about their story. Dad, played on the same team.
Yeah, that's
just the stories how long did they play together? I think it was like maybe 2 years.
I think it was 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, and like to see like the interviews that they do together. You could do an episode on that.
Oh yeah, you could talk about that for days.
So the kid, Ken Griffey Jr.
All right. I got one more.
Yes.
And all I'm going to say is a single bell.
Single bell. Hang on.
Who is it? Another one of your California guys.
A single bell.
A single bell as a walkout song. Hell's Bells, Trevor Hoffman.
San Diego.
San Diego Padre.
See, I wasn't a Padre guy. I was an Angel guy.
California.
Trevor Hoffman. What
Trevor
position
Hoffman.
did he play?
He was a closer.
I know the name.
Closer. Another closer. Okay. Two of the greatest closers of all time. Mariano Rivera, Trevor Hoffman.
Okay. My last pick. I mean, I know you're not going to like it, but you got to put him on there. Mark McGuire.
All right. All right. I'll give you that.
I mean, him and Sammy, like during the,
what was it, 96 and 97?
It was just,
that was crazy. That was an incredible series.
I mean, just the battle for that, and just they were on Sports Illustrated, they were on TV all the time, just going back and forth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was like an era.
No, that 100%. That was the steroid era.
Yeah.
That's what they called it. It was an era.
It was fun, though.
It was fun. It was great baseball to watch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was great hanging out with you tonight, bud.
It was.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to another week. I got to catch up with you.
I know, dude. I'm going to chug that thing.
All right. One of these days.
We'll see you guys on the next one next week. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you later, you degenerates.
Have a good one. See you next week.
Take care.